Thank you, Professor Bouchafra, for your nice talk. Now, the next speaker is Dr. Mohamed Khodja. He is a senior researcher at Sonatrach, Algerian Petroleum Institute, and he's expert in geoscience. He is a founding member of Science and Technology Algerian Academy since 2014. So, it's okay. Yes.
Okay.
So, Dr. Khodja is going to present his talk about some application of AI in oil and gas industry. The talk of Khodja will be shared with Dr. Dorman, who is a young researcher from Sonatrach, Hassim Saoud, who is interested in rock characterization. So go ahead, Dr. Khodja.
Thank you, dear moderator. Thank you, Jamal, for this presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure to welcome you to this part of a presentation titled as Application of AI in Petroleum Industry. After the presentation of Jamal, perhaps you focus in our presentation for application of AI in petroleum industry. First, we thank a lot of DGRSDT and CDTA for organizing such an important event, which can be help for both researcher and industrial. It's the opportunity to share our work, our experience in the field. This presentation will be held by me and the first part, and then my colleague, Dr. Dorman Mohamed Zil Abidin from Exploration Division in Hassim Saoud, will give some examples of application of AI in Algerian petroleum industry, and he will focusing especially in geophysics, geology, petrophysics, and reservoir engineering. The agenda of our presentation is initiated by an introduction in which we gave the objective of this presentation is in comparison the webinar framework. After that, we will discuss the digitalization aspect and its need to AI trending in the world, especially in oil and gas activity. Then we will focus more in application in oil and gas sector, where prioritized project, their dimension, strategy matching, and their difficulty were seated and analyzed. Moreover, we will try to analyze how the AI is transforming oil and gas industry, and we will highlight a futurist vision of AI market trend and forecast for the period from 2020-2025. Most importantly, we will try to answer the question, which is where can we apply AI in the Algerian petroleum industry? And we give you some example. As a result of that, we will give some problematic in exploration and production activity of the national oil and gas companies. This problematic can overcome by the use of AI algorithm. This presentation will end finally by some recommendation of researcher and to be for some benefit of Algerian economy through petroleum industry. Such type of research project can be economically useful and scientifically important. The Algerian government has recently launched the national AI plan to 2020-2030, aiming firstly to draw a map of state-of-the-art of AI in Algeria, and then including the socio-economic partner to AI investment. This interest was due to the advantage of AI like complex problem solving, speed decision making, and the increased efficiency with reduced cost. The plan, like especially health, energy, agriculture, defense, etc. As expert in petroleum industry, perhaps my contribution, our main interest was focused on energy especially in oil and gas, since 98% of energy produced in Algeria is from oil and gas sector. Our role is mainly, since we are interested in benefiting from the AI evolution to boost petroleum industry, one of our main vision in the last few years is the following. Firstly, we identify and recognize the main contribution realized either by Algerian researcher or other which can beneficial for the petroleum industry. Secondly, to prioritize some pragmatic in Sonatrach, national company, where the AI can provide better solution than actual practice. Thirdly, we aim to identify the prerequisite for the support and adoption of the AI solution. And finally, prepare a roadmap for economically prioritized projects in this area. In that context, we have noticed many important remarks, like the downstream sector is digitalizing operation faster than its upstream counterpart. And we show in our presentation some example and difficulty for the upstream activity. Modern refinery is highly automated, with sensor allowing small teams to monitor and control operation in real time. The mainstream, meanwhile, is catching up with increasingly automated, digitally monitored facilities, predictive analytics, and robotic pipeline inspectors. Many of the major see enormous potential in digitalization. We have been digital for decades, but it has had limited impact beyond becoming more energy efficient. What we see now is that the different type of technology development come together at an increasingly rapid speed. That means we can make large change more quickly. Things like blockchain, artificial intelligence, robotics, they allow for different operational model. Through the value chain, there are examples of digitalization potential. In the upstream segment, the AI estimates that digital technology can decrease production cost by 10 to 20%, with more advanced use sensor, seismic data, and reservoir modeling. And you show in our presentation some example in other upstream activity. The research also conclude that digitalization could increase technically recoverable oil and gas resource by 5% globally. Top prioritized for R&D innovation in 2018. The slide demonstrates the top priority and innovation in 2018. It can be noticed from this diagram that the industry operational and safety system have become much more complicated as the sector continue to digitalize. As a result, we are seeing a significant increase in company exposure to cyber threat and attack. And there are 37% digitalization and 36% in cyber security. And we show the importance of the two dimensions in the priority of R&D and innovation. R&D leadership priority in 2020. Each leader feels less confident in solving. And we show in this picture under the diagram, they are the biggest challenge of R&D leaders. The first one is to reduce R&D development cycle time. And the last one is the aligning portfolio investment to R&D strategy, streamlining the handhold between R&D teams and other business stakeholders, manufacturing, such as manufacturing, sales, etc. Driving a culture of innovation, R&D development cycle time to speed, identifying appropriate staffing model for R&D, and defining the appropriate organizational footprint for R&D function. Top 3 barrier to industry grow by year. As Mr. Bouchafrat showed, the price of oil is the third very important factor to represent a barrier for the development of the industry, and the same factor and very, very important along this period between 2015 and 2018. The trend digitization and AI. The market for digitization, the market in the energy sector, including things like sensor, data collection, and analytics, is expected to grow to 64 billion by 2025, according to Bloomberg New Energy Finance resource, with the biggest share being used to improve the bottom line of fossil fuel generator. The last decade was a period of record cost level. This is a decade of rapid technological development and cost deflation, which does not look like it will end anytime soon. The application of AI is an important issue in oil field development, including oil field production dynamic prediction, developing plant optimization, residual oil identification, fracture identification and development, and enhanced oil recovery or gas recovery. Today, focus on digitalization. Is linked to the industry drive towards greater cost effectively. Last year, 49% of respondents to our survey, the survey of this study, said that they needed to embrace digitalization to increase profitability at their organization. This year, that figure has led up to 70%. Digitalization will be really important. It will make us more competitive and faster, and will contribute to lower unit cost. And they give you some example for the bigger or the major oil company working to develop the AA and some numerical tool in the oil and gas activity. Among its
sorry, Dr. Khodja. I think it's time to give the floor to Dr. Dorman.
No.
You say that you share the talk, no?
No, not yet. Perhaps certainly
10 minutes. No, 10 minutes.
Okay.
You're over your time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Among its ongoing collaborative effort with approximately 80 universities in the US and abroad, in December 2016, ExxonMobil announced that it's working with MIT to design AA robot for ocean exploration. Just to show you the collaboration between university, research center, and some oil and gas company. As a founding member of MIT Energy Initiative, ExxonMobil has committed to reported 25 million over 5 years to support energy research conducted by MIT faculty. Through its partner with the MIT Initiative and related effort, ExxonMobil has made energy efficiency and the exploration of new energy source of a core focus of its business priority. The second example is the Royal Dutch Shell. In August 2015, Shell announced that it will be the first company in the lubricant sector to launch an AI assistant for customer, an anomaly in terms of application of artificial intelligence in oil and gas. Shell aims to use its avatar Emma and Ethan to help customers discover product using natural language. The Shell virtual assistant function through an online chat platform through the company website. Example information that the system can provide include where lubricant are available for purchase, range, or available pack size, and general information regarding the technical properties of specific product.
Dr. Khodja, we're gonna give the talk to Dr. Dorman.
To after 2 slides, after the example of
you have one slide only. We are looking at one.
No. There are 2 examples, the total, and I give the example of application of oil and gas, AA in oil and gas in Algeria for my colleague, the Dr. Dorman. It's okay?
Okay, but he will use only 5 minutes.
Okay, Dorman, Mohamed.
Yes.
We can follow my presentation, or
you can follow for 2 or 3 slides, and then I will try to speed up in order to finish at the time. Okay.
Exactly. I show our colleague the example of total, and I give you the floor.
Okay.
For total, the third example of total in an effort to establish what is described as the first autonomous surface robot able to operate in oil gas site. Total launched an international competition in December 2013, Argot Challenge Autonomous Robot for Gas and Oil Site, was narrowed down to 5 teams hailing from Europe, Asia, and South America, who were provided with a maximum of 3 years to finalize their prototype. For each of the 6 teams, Total provided a maximum of 600,000 euro to support research and design, and a single price of 500,000 euro for the wiring robots. And the same collaboration between Total and Google Cloud to develop some tools used in exploration and production. The last example is the Gazprom, the Russian oil company. In Jan 2017, Gazprom and Yandex entered into a cooperation agreement for the implementation of a new project in the oil and gas industry, and planned to tap into AI and machine learning to roll out their prospective initiative. Specifically, the collaboration is expected to focus on drilling, modeling, and optimizing other technological processes. The example of Baker Hughes and NVIDIA.
Thank you, Dr. Khodja.
Yes.
We will give the talk now to Dr. Dorman.
Yes.
5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Okay, it's for you. It's for you.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present this part of the presentation with you. I hope first that you
Hello.
Hello. Do you hear me? Hello.
Go ahead, Dr. Dorman.
Okay. First, I would like to confirm that you can see the shared presentation here. So I would like first to summarize what Dr. Khodja said, is that we have many international companies, leaders in the world, that are designed or interested in applying artificial intelligence in petroleum industry. Unfortunately, most of these countries or most of these companies are service companies. It means they are the owners of these softwares and the owners of technologies. Here, as a national oil company, our objective is to design an artificial intelligence local algorithms that can be applied for national reservoirs. So in order to that, we have first to ask the question, where can we apply artificial intelligence for Algerian petroleum industry? Based on my experience as a researcher and engineer in Sonatrach, I would like to say that the most important part of application of artificial intelligence can be in minimization of the uncertainties of the exploration. The second one is the re-evaluation of ancient hydrocarbons reserves by artificial intelligence, especially deep learning, as Professor Bouchafra said in his presentation, where we can design data-driven models, means models based on the enormous quantity of data that exists in Algeria since the 1950 till now. Another aspect of artificial intelligence is the control of and robustness of improvement of hydrocarbons optimization and production. So in order to do that, we have already started to do some steps, which are creation and validation of prioritized projects research project which summarizes the current issues of various Sonatrach activities as well as its economic benefits. Then we try to work in collaboration with laboratories and the universities in order and AI researchers in Algeria and abroad. Also to prepare a database, which is the most important part, to develop a database for learning artificial intelligence, deep learning of artificial intelligence, in order to construct what we call data-driven models for the reservoirs. So what is needed to be done is the following: is to communicate and collect all researches that have been realized in artificial intelligence, but with special focus on Algerian petroleum fields, means applications with Algerian petroleum fields. The other step that we can do also is to design or to analyze the approaches of artificial intelligence applied in other reservoirs all over the world, and try to project this approach in Algerian reservoirs. So, as a summary, I can give you here a whole view of what exploration and production activities done. We can notice here that we have some many uncertainties started from the geological model constructed based on the experience and the knowledge of the reservoir of the geologist. After that, the seismic model, which is based on structural approaches and the vision of geologists, which can create some uncertainty with no threshold for it. In addition, these models can be iteratively corrected. However, even with the corrections, we still making some drilling decisions in order to validate the seismic approaches. For that reason, we try to give some petrophysical evaluation based on technologies, new technologies of petrophysics. However, even with these approaches, because they are approaches, the main difficulty of them is that they have no threshold of uncertainty for which we can say this model is not reliable or reliable with a certain degree. For that reason, at the end, we will end up with a reservoir model where we have to define the reserves, the proved reserves, through iterative methods. The main challenge for this approaches, which is the actual approach used in the Algerian petroleum industry, is that it is limited and it depends on the iterations. So, as an example, for some national oil companies all over the world use an iterative method for more than 20 years. For our approach, we try to gather as much data as we have from geology, geophysics, petrophysics, and reservoir engineering in order to design an approach or approaches, a strategy based on artificial intelligence that allow us to minimize the uncertainty and maximize the production according to our needs and according to the market needs. As I will try to speed up a little bit because we are away from the time.
Dr. Dorman, I think it's time to.
Yeah, I'll just try to finish up.
End your presentation.
Okay. I'll just go directly to the conclusions. So, as I have said before, as one of the applications of artificial intelligence is re-evaluation of low-resistive reservoirs, where the actual models are Simondo and the modified Simondo equations are not reliable because of the specification of Algerian reservoirs. For that reason, we have adopted some kind of approach based on deep learning and SVM support vector machine. And I would like to invite all the researchers to invest their time and knowledge in the application of artificial intelligence, not in general case or theoretical studies, but also to such type of problematics that are economically beneficial for Algerian industry. These benefits can be helpful in terms of preoccupation in order to give more precision and complete characterization of the reservoirs and better reservoir mapping based on tortuosity and other deep learning algorithms. In terms of drilling, we can have a better delimitation of the reservoirs and a more reliable and trustable initial well plannings. In terms of production, we can have, if you use the artificial intelligence as a key factor of monitoring the production, we can say that it can give a more precision for calculation reserves and forecast and production forecast and optimization of development and production costs. At the end, as a future of artificial intelligence and conclusions, we can say that the artificial intelligence is rapidly changing the digital landscape that requires cutting-edge technologies. I would like to invite all these young researchers to understand the continuity and the morphology of the reservoirs and its geometry, to explore the newest artificial intelligence algorithms in order to adapt them to the needs and the specification of Algerian.
Thank you, Dr. Dorman. Thank you for your presentation.
Your questions. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, you and Dr. Khodja. And now we have some questions. The Salim Shikhi, who asked, how are used the data collected by SCADA system?
Okay, thanks. This is a very important question. The SCADA system actually is used in Group Moberkin in collaboration between Sonatrach and international company. The SCADA system is used we use the system SCADA in order to collect data from wells. Exactly, we collect data of pressure, bottom hole pressure, and temperature in order to control wells 300 kilometers away. This advantage or the quality of the data are pre-processed before it is used by the SCADA system in order to control these wells. And actually, I can give you the example of Group Moberkin, where this system is now ongoing and it's working very efficiently.
There is another question from Khadija Alia, who is asking about the CCR in Sidi Arsin. She said is artificial intelligence is used in this process, and how? Dr. Khodja or Dr. Dorman?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Khadija Alia, she's asking about the CCR in Sidi Arsin. She said, is artificial intelligence is used in this process, and how?
For the seismic processing data, till now it is not used. We have some applications like the use of CPET accent algorithms, but artificial intelligence is till now it's under research project. So till now we didn't use this artificial intelligence, but it is a promising idea, and I think it is a research idea that can be explored by young researchers.
Okay, thank you very much.